Hi, I'm Karen Carlson with Property Management Experts. Today we're going to talk about how to price your rental property so that it will rent quickly. I get asked the question a lot, how do you price your rental to rent quickly? Because of course that's what you need to do. You've got a mortgage to pay, so you want it to rent quickly. First, what I would do is check your local listings for properties in your area. You can go to, there's 3 different sites I recommend, Trulia.com, Craigslist, and PadMapper. All those you can put your address in and it'll give you listings that are close to your area, and you can compare them and look at if they're the same bedroom type, they're the same square footage. You need to make sure you're comparing apples to apples and you don't, get a 3-bedroom when your house is a 4-bedroom and try and get the wrong rates. So that would be the first place, because market always dictates what you put your property on the listing for. The next thing is you need to decide if you're going to have include gardening service and pool service if you have a pool. And the reason that I would include a gardening service, I did on my personal rental because I'm in a homeowners association and it has to be maintained, and I didn't want to worry on a weekly basis, were they mowing the lawn, were the weeds accumulating. And so if I hired a gardener and I included in the price, that was one worry I didn't have to think about. Same thing with a pool. If you have a pool or a spa, you want someone to do it professionally so that they check the correct chemicals, because if they put the wrong type of chemicals in it, it could lead to destroying the pool or the machine or the parts that go with running the pool equipment. And so those things I would definitely include if I was going to rent it myself. The next thing is I get asked all the time is, what do I do with my refrigerator or my washer dryer? Can I leave those items? I tell people it's really up to you. It depends how attached you are and if you want it in the same condition as you received it. Because remember, tenants are not going to take care of the refrigerator or washer dryer maybe like you are, because they don't own it. They just look at it as an equipment where it could be more personal to you. If you are going to leave it, make sure you sign what's called an appliance addendum, and you tell them, hey, I'll let you use it as long as you maintain it, but if it breaks down for any reason, I'm not paying for that. And the reason I say that is if it does, you have to replace it if it's broken beyond repair, and you don't want to have to come up with a big ticket item like that when you're just leaving it as a luxury for them. So the next thing I would talk to you about was utilities. The final item is, do you have to pay utilities? No, you don't. In fact, I would advise letting the tenants pay for their own PG&E, their own water, their own trash. Because you can't control how much they use those items. You can't call up and say, hey, turn off your lights, stop running that computer, or make sure your water's not running 24 hours a day for your lawn. You can't do that, and so your bills could get quite high. So it's better to let the tenant pay those bills on their own. However, you need to know in some municipalities that you could be responsible for them if they don't pay, like the trash service, because that is a mandatory item. It could end up being on your tax bill. So you just need to check when the tenants move out that they paid those bills so that you're not stuck in the long run. So I hope these tips have helped you. If you have any other questions, give me a call.